Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? Almost a year if I recall correctly. Anyway, welcome back to my channel, and today, tune in as we compete on the first day of Nebraska Championships 2025. If you recall the last video, we've got some redemption to do.
This one?
Yep.
And what's your...
Go ahead and grab your own lanyard. You can also take either a cube or a towel.
Right. Very good. Okay.
And then we're going to do a raffle drawing later, so hold on to that.
And then let me get...
This is the most New Deal building I think I've ever been to. I can still hear FDR's speaking in here. There is my schedule. Right now, 6x6 group 2 is up. After 6x6, it will be 3x3. So, I guess I'm just gonna practice in the meantime. Time for some practice. Just got this cube brand new. It is a GM12 MagLev. So you see how this is 6x6 right now. You see how they're competing. They're at the table, they're solving their puzzles right now. The people next to them, they're judges. They make sure that the solves qualify for being official. They're the ones that give you the 15-second inspection. They'll unveil the cube, make sure that it's solved once the time's done, and record the time. You see those boxes back there where that guy in the hat and pink shirt is? That's the scrambling box. That is where I would go to help scramble puzzles. And yes, for each group, they do use the same 5 scrambles for all solves, but it does differ from each heat or group. So you could be in a group where the scrambles are really hard, and then the next group have really easy scrambles. Life is just unfair sometimes, but that's how it is. There's the registration table, that white curtain is. That's where you would go to drop off your cubes. E2's up.
I don't know which one's mine. Eight seconds.
Sorry. No, you're good. Stop. Yeah, that was bad. Oh, shoot. I actually reset it.
I know.
Okay. 8 seconds. Kind of slowed myself down on that last solve, but it was still a 9.3, still my best time. 4 9s and 111. That should put me at a 9.7 average of 5. Pretty decent showing so far. Sub 10 is always a good sign. So far, this competition's about half an hour ahead, so they're running pretty well today. Who knows? Maybe we'll get an extra event in there or two. So far, 3x3 round 1 is the only 3x3 round they're doing, but maybe they'll do round 2 at the end of the day. Who knows? So right now I'm just sitting in the bleachers here all to myself, watching the action going on. They're doing clock right now. I'm not scheduled to do another event till after lunch, which would put me around 12:30. So once this event gets done, I think they're gonna call it for lunch. The next clip will probably be me just going to lunch and trying out the local restaurants here in Fall City. It's lunchtime. I'm gonna try this place. Food was delicious. Food is still delicious, but I gotta rush back to the auditorium because 3x3 round 1 is coming up and I'm in the first group. Whew, that place was packed. Bunch of Speedcubers must have had the same idea I did. I just called OH one-handed group 1 just as I walked in the doors. Perfect timing.
Eight seconds. 12 seconds. Nice. 8 seconds.
Another F perm.
8.
Definitely not competition PB, but that's a decent average by me. For someone who doesn't practice one hand often, that was a good showing. I'll be happy with that one. Okay, I'll be curious to see where that puts me in the results. I am going to scramble this huge Pyraminx. Thanks. Double flip.
Double flip. Whole new meaning to finger tricks.
These are like arm
It's
tricks.
like hand tricks.
These are arm tricks. Thank you. I think that was under a minute.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. But I think I'll be sticking to my regular size Pyraminx for here on out. Especially since Pyraminx will be the next event I'm competing in. Although it's not for another couple hours. But I don't even know who it was that picked up the camera and started recording for me. So shout out to him for doing that for me. Since this competition is sponsored by the Cubicle.us, they all gave us raffles this morning and they just read them off. And I was the very first of 6 winners. So just like that, I've won another Rubik's Cube. It doesn't say on the box what type it is, so I'm curious to figure out what it is. Who knows? I could maybe use it for one hand going forward. It looks to be a GAN 356X. I've made the determination that for this competition at least, this cube will be of no use to me. That thing is too loose to ever use for one hand. Pyraminx Group 2 is up. I'm Group 2.
Alright, here you go.
8 seconds.
Oh no. It was only round 1. That should probably be around 5, maybe just over 5-second average. That would be enough to get me to round 2, so I'll live to see another day. Well, I think that about wraps up day 1 of the Nebraska Championships. I'm going to drive back to Topeka, get a good night's rest, and come back for a more eventful day tomorrow. Tomorrow, we start off with 3x3 and MagLev right off the bat. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. See you then.